All right, guys, Murphy Firearms Training here. I'm doing a follow-up video for the Urban Carry Lock Leather. I've got two holsters, I've got 4 guns, and I want to talk about these. So this holster is the Urban Carry Lock Leather 205. And the 205, these are sort of universal holsters. It will holster my M&P Shield in 45. This is a gun that I carry almost every day, almost year-round. This is truly my everyday carry gun. I don't carry this gun every day. It's more of a range toy, but it will also holster the Glock 26. Okay, so 9mm, subcompact. So, and what I want to show you just close up, right, and these are all unloaded. I want to show you, first of all, if you've seen my first video, I want you to hear this click. Okay, so it clicks in, and if you've seen my first video, it holds it in firmly. And I don't have this exceptionally tight, and if it's not tight enough, you can tighten the screw here. But I want you to see the trigger guard coverage and the trigger coverage. And then I'm going to show you a close-up of the trigger. This gun has been in and out of this holster every day. I would say out of the last 365 days, out of the last year, it's been in and out of this holster probably 350 times, just putting it on, taking it off each day, plus probably another 50 to 80 times at the range. So I've got 400 plus in and outs with this holster. And then I just want to show you how the Glock fits. So go off camera here and close this up. And all of these, of course, are unloaded. And here's the Glock and how it clicks in. And so you can see how the trigger guard's covered and all of that. Fairly similar coverage. And just get a close-up of that so they can see, you know, covers the trigger guard really well. And my rule for one of these, and I'm just going to kind of show you here on a flat view, over top view. My holster has to cover the trigger. Like nothing can get to the trigger. I don't care if there's a gap here at the back. Guys, if you are one of those people that says the holster must cover the entire trigger guard all the way to here, I don't recommend these because they don't always cover the entire trigger guard. But for the guns we have and the holsters that they fit, they do cover the trigger on every one of them. So, and I'll show you, this is kind of beat up. There's a little bit of stitching coming loose here. It is double stitched. It does not collapse. It's really easy to reholster. Having taken it to the range, it runs well. If you've seen my original video, you know there's a plastic jaw in here. And the question I get asked a lot, knowing that this has been out of the holster 400 plus times, does it eat up your trigger guard? Does it damage your trigger guard? So I want to get some close-ups of that trigger guard in pretty high definition. And I'm going to flip this gun over and show you the other side. You know, maybe, just maybe, there might be like a shiny spot from where the plastic has just polished. But guys, I'm going to tell you, I mean, I can't find any damage on it. I haven't used a magnifying glass, but it's pretty good. And down in there, I mean, if you get your fingers in there and play with this little plastic jaw, it's a really soft plastic. And so it's, you know, my guess is if there's more scratching in here than there is on the gun. But it's really not damaged my gun at all. And now I'm going to slide all of this. I'm actually just going to move my chair over because I'm lazy. So I'm going to slide over here. Now, this is my wife's side of the table. Say hey, Jessica.
Hey, Jessica.
And she's helping with my camera today. So this is her lock leather, and this is a 201. Okay, so it's a little slimmer holster. It's for single stack 9, single stack 380s. This will hold a Ruger LC9, a Ruger EC9, or the Shield EZ in 380 or 9. Now, hers, again, she carries the LC9 Pro, and that's what it looks like holstered, okay? And you'll see this one in particular, I'm going to give you the top view because I think that's a good contrast. It does cover just the trigger. There is a lot of trigger guard exposed on this, but you cannot get to the trigger. The trigger is covered, okay? But again, if that's an issue for you, it may not be the holster for you. Now, she has worn hers, I won't say 350 out of 365 days, but she's probably worn hers 300, 270, somewhere like that. She does holster and unholster every day. She puts her holster on, holsters her gun. We don't leave our guns in their holsters. And she's been to the range with this. Actually, I think she's done more draw practice with hers than I have with mine. And I'm going to show you a close-up of her trigger guard. Okay, so come in and look at this trigger guard really close here. And again, and this is a much more shiny finish. The shield has a very kind of a pebbled finish. This is a really smooth finish on this gun if you've ever held a Ruger product. And again, I mean, I can't find, if I flip it over, you know, right here is where the teeth go over the trigger guard, and I can't find a scratch on it.
There's a little scratch in the front of it.
Okay, well, you look, that's your gun. You look closer than me. So, but I mean, it's such, you know, it's like I've had people who have contacted me and they think, you know, it's going to do a lot of damage to the trigger guard. You know, and truth be told, I mean, we are people who carry guns. To us are tools. When I designate something as a carry gun, I don't care if it gets a scratch. Okay, I would not carry a $1,000 1911 in one of these holsters, but I wouldn't carry a $1,000 1911 at all because I wouldn't want to scratch it. Here's another gun we have. We don't carry this gun. It's an LC, no, LC, wrong gun. This is the EZ, the Smith & Wesson Shield EZ. It's chambered in 380. And I bought this actually for my clients to shoot who have a lot of arthritis issues, you know, folks who just can't rack a standard semi-automatic. So this is a 380 Shield EZ, and it also fits in the 201 lock leather, and it actually covers the trigger guard much better than the LC9. And so one of the problems with this holster, especially again if you're very picky about covering the entire trigger guard, one of the issues with this holster is it may not cover the entire trigger guard. So if that's an issue for you, you've really almost got to find someone who has that gun, has that holster, and get a picture of it in the holster. But as far as leather holsters are concerned, I mean, this is magic to me that I can have a leather holster because these are so comfortable, guys. This pancake style design holds the gun tight to you. It really conceals well with just an outer shirt for an outside the waistband holster. And to have that retention, but also to have that flexibility of a leather holster, the comfort. I've always liked leather holsters more, but I hate doing anything active in a leather holster because I'm afraid my gun will bounce out. This has been huge for me. And so I just wanted to give, we've had these holsters now for a year. We've carried them a lot. And, you know, we've carried these guns specifically, the LC9 in the 201 and the Shield in the 205. And I will say, guys, keep these open since I'm not the only one in the room. You know, if you look at mine, I mean, I've changed the oil in my car with this holster on, laying on my side. I was working on a tractor last weekend wearing this holster on a concrete pad. And I'm rough on stuff. And you'll see if you look at mine, I mean, these loops are a little worse for wear on mine. There's a little more fading on the back compared to my wife's. She's gentler on things than I am. And, you know, I'm going to be honest with you. I mean, you know, it's held up really well considering how much I've worn it and how rough I am on things. I would figure this holster will probably last me 5 to 7 years. And at that point, it's probably going to start to come unstitched. Something's going to happen. When that happens, I'll post another video. I'll do another follow-up on this thing. But, you know, for the price, I mean, you know, it's $60. It fits my gun. It retains it well. I love having the comfort, the flexibility of leather, but the retention that you get typically with a Kydex holster. I mean, this is just a great idea. I like it. It's maybe not for everybody. And you can see, I mean, it's kind of molded. These were flat when we bought them, and you can see they both stick up off the table. They've kind of molded to the curves of our bodies. Obviously, I have a little more curve than she does because mine sticks up higher. But anyway, just wanted to show you guys that. And, you know, if you have any questions about them, I'll be glad to answer them. We've both worn them quite a bit. We enjoy them a lot. They've actually kind of become our go-to holster for outside the waistband for the guns that we like to carry, which is the LC9S for her and the Shield in 45 for me. You know, for in the waistband, we've got other options that we like, and I'll do some reviews on those. But for outside the waistband, these have kind of become our go-to. So anything you wanted to add or anything I missed?
No, I'm good.
Okay, awesome. So anyway, one other thing. I do want to, just one other thing about the 205. So if you're a Glock fan, so I have this Glock 26, and it's aftermarket slide, and it has the extended slide lock, and it has the extended mag release. And one of the questions I had when I first bought this Glock was, will it fit? Okay, so if you have a Glock with an extended mag release, they did cut. I mean, it's just like it was made for it. It just does fit. It does not interfere with your mag release. So anyway, just yeah, if you're a Glock person and you want to know that. So, and I can't vouch for the holster that holds the 17 or the 19. I only have the 26, but that's how the 26 fits. So thanks for watching, guys. Like and subscribe, and if you have questions, leave them in the comments.